So I'd just like to know how I stand regarding a fall I had in the hospital grounds back in January. Caught my feet in a ring of plastic, which was lying on the ground just outside the reception area. Caught one foot, the other foot went in, and I just went straight over onto my face.
Ooh, were you badly hurt, Jane?
Very badly bruised.
Well, you were in the right place for it, weren't you?
Absolutely. I wasn't there for myself either, funnily enough. But anyway,
you didn't get stung on the car parking charge as well, did you?
No.
Good.
No.
So you can claim if the hospital was negligent in allowing that plastic ring to be there. It ain't going to be easy, I suspect, to prove they were negligent.
Well, they have accepted responsibility.
Have they?
Yeah.
Wow. So, forgive me, this sounds a really silly question. If they've accepted responsibility, why are you phoning to ask me if you can sue them?
Because I'm not quite sure how to go about it.
Fair enough. Have you got it in writing that they accept responsibility?
Well, they sent me a nice large bouquet of flowers. Mm-hmm. They offered me a consultation with the doctor, a face doctor, which I went to. I did go to my own doctor, and my own doctor sent me to hospital for X-rays, which didn't show up that I'd actually fractured my cheekbone, but I sometimes hairline cracks don't show up, I'm told. So, but I mean, it was really, really bad, really bad.
So just circling back to the question, have they admitted liability in writing, Jane?
Well, I have a letter from them, which they have written to my doctor, copied me in, because they wrote to my doctor.
Saying they admit liability?
Well, they didn't actually say they didn't actually say they have admitted liability in those words, but I would assume that with what they have said and done and seeing me, and the consultant actually did ask me whether I was going to take legal action.
Okay. Of course, the consultant doesn't speak for the hospital.
No.
And sending you flowers is a good start. It's not quite the admission of liability, but it's a good start. But you want to know what your next steps are. That's your question.
Yeah, the only thing is I have spoken to the operations director at the hospital, and I'm pretty certain, because they said that they would be going out checking the area there a couple of times a day to make sure that nothing had been dropped. This has obviously come off a box or a parcel.
Yeah, because what I was going to say to you before you said they've accepted liability, which might not be quite as straightforward as you first said, was that as long as they've got a proper system of checking that the area outside is safe, it's going to be very difficult to bring a claim because somebody else has dropped a ring of plastic over which you tripped. And you'll never be able to prove it was the hospital itself that dropped it. You don't know. As long as they've got a proper system of checking, that's normally a defence. But let's park that, because the next step, which is why you've called me, is to go to a no-win, no-fee firm of solicitors, Jane.
Right.
And they'll write to the hospital, they'll try to get an admission of liability, and they'll tell you exactly how much your claim is worth.
Right.
Do you have any no-win, no-fee firms near you in Reigate? You must do.
I must do, but I haven't actually gone into that.
That is the next step. When did this happen, Jane?
23rd of January.
Fine. You've got lots of time. You have 3 years in which to bring a claim. So don't delay too long, but you don't have to rush like mad.
Thank you. Well, I do want to do something. I feel a bit embarrassed at doing it because they've been so kind to me on phone calls and seeing them, etc., etc. So I feel a little bit...
Yeah, they're killing you with kindness, aren't they?